little bit, you feel me? Not much as like I want to. Like, it's gonna be kind of hard because I'm like family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma wanna eat every month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she wanna eat every week. You feel me? But
I bet she, like a lot of people, can appreciate that President Obama put you on his new playlist.
right.
What's that mean?
See, now that type of stuff, what I mean, like that's the whole difference versus thinking you maybe never even could be in the same sentence as Obama.
Mm-hmm.
To like my grandson is on Obama's playlist, but my grandma and they like very humble. They don't really like. I don't know. They ain't really like into the lifestyle. At first, she ain't even want to go nowhere. Now she just like traveling. She don't want to be in the life like cameras and people, entourage. They ain't into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
She'll still probably get on the jet. You know what I'm saying? Nice hotel. Go to the show backstage and go on somewhere with nobody. She'd rather, and it's kind of better that way than running with me and getting sweaty.
You're teaching me something today, which is it might be better to be Lil Baby's grandmother than to be Lil Baby some days.
Right. On the back, it's always better than the backstage. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Can we talk about the bigger picture?
Okay.
Tell me about that. Like when you sat down and said, I'm gonna say something about that.
Nah,
you live it.
At the time, everything going on, everybody like, baby, don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be accepted more when you rap it than just typing it.
You speak through your art.
Yeah, I speak through my art, so it's like, even like people like you. I'm like, no, I ain't posting nothing. Like, it don't work like that. Like, cause I really feel some type of way about the whole situation, so I'm not gonna be like a George Floyd advocate only. You feel me? Like, okay, this happened to George Floyd, so I'm gonna go this way. And it's like deeper than that with me. You feel me? Like, I know people personally got killed by the police. You feel me?
I feel you're saying that on the internet, people are coming and asking you to speak out on this incident.
Right.
This horrific incident in Minnesota.
Right.
And you're saying you know people who've been killed by police and you didn't even post about it then because that's not how you relate to this.
That's that. The posting, they don't really do nothing for the situation. George Floyd, niece is like my man Stat's goddaughter. So in the time of like uproar about that situation, I took upon myself to just speak on the whole thing. Cause I ain't just like make a George Floyd song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mentioned like what kind of happened in the song a little bit, but it was like a whole thing. It wasn't just like that incident, cause it's like way bigger than that incident. Not saying that incident is not big as each other incident, but it's like a whole thing. So that was my chance to just like speak on the whole thing.
How many people would you say you know personally who've been hurt or shot by police?
I don't know, since like middle school, one of my close buddies, like he got shot in the back by police one time. And from then on, you just like hear it a lot.
Yeah. This song, as you say, it comes out of your entire life experience of people you knew. It's not
right, not just like I seen it happen, boom, and I went in there and made a song. It wasn't that. You know, now I seen this happen, I seen the uproar, and now it's more easier for me to make a song, easy. Like, cause I already been living like this.
It's wild you educating us about that because the song resonated really deeply across 2020.
Right.
It's now, I'll tell you my view, it's now part of this living history.
Right.
It's one of the songs like Marvin Gaye or Bob Dylan that people are going to be playing years from now trying to understand what we just went through and where we're going.
Right.
Can I just read a couple of lines from you?
Definitely.
You say, every video I see on my conscience, I got power, now I got to say something. Corrupt police been the problem where I'm from, but I'd be lying if I said it was all of them.
Right.
Why was it important to you to also speak to the nuance, the gray?
Right.
Because you know everybody knows a lot of these things, sometimes they become just completely one-sided or black and white.
Right.
But you're going out of your way to say this police brutality is wrong, and then you say it's not all of them.
Right. Because even I done been through the system. Like, it ain't all of them. You can have a group of 6 of them that stop you, and 2 of them just tripping. Like, 4 of them might be cool. The other 2 might be tripping. They might be like a brotherhood or whatever. They got to go with them, but they don't be all of them. There's like anything. Everybody ain't going to be bad. Like, with anything. Like, everybody ain't. Some people, some of them got good heart. Some people, it's just like life period. some people got good hearts. And some people polices, them ain't the ones that, but then I just like, some people will just be on like I'm on like police period, and I ain't on that. Cause they there for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Somebody breaking your house, you calling the police, you know, so it's not like the police situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, now we talking about like the corrupt side, and that's not all of them.
And so you said with the Floyd family, you went to the White House.
Right.
You talked to Vice President Harris.
Right.
How did that go?
It went perfect, actually. And I just was going just to go, honestly. I didn't even go to talk to nobody or nothing. But it was like a chance that I wasn't going to turn down. Like, I turned down a lot of stuff. Like,
I bet.
Hey, you want to do this? I'm like, no. You want to go to the White House? I'm like, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, you're good with that.
Like, definitely.
You're very humble about it.
Right.
Right? You're not flexing on it.
Right.
What did you think of Vice President Harris? I mean, she's the first woman of color to ever be at that level in the White House.
She's an amazing woman. You know, like, even then, like, you would be a thinking president and everything from, like, being young, because, like, you see it on TV, and it's like a myth. It's like it's on news. But just like me being a big rapper, everybody regular people. So it's like I'm sitting down with a regular person, and she talking like a regular person. Everybody regular people. You know, we had like a regular conversation. There was a lady in the White House. I was sitting at the table. Tell me, she asked somebody like, "That's the baby." I'm like, "Yeah." They was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, how you get here? She was like, "How you get in here?" She was like, "I done tried to reach out to you like 6-7 times, and like so you could come to the White House." Like,
wow.
Like several times. You ain't trying to be no politician. You know what I mean? Like, but I came for a different reason this time. Oh, and on the backstage one. Like I was saying, like, I'd rather go on the backstage with who the cameras was on wasn't on me. I slipped and got on camera one time, but nobody never knew I was there. I went for a back-end experience, you feel me, versus
we're calling that now.
What?
We're calling that Lil Baby grandma vibes.
Yeah.
You just go at the back of the White House.
You feel me, go in the back. You feel me? You don't gotta be like, even though I'm somebody and I could have a full press around what I got going on.
Is there anything you've learned on this recent journey these last 4 years that you wish you knew when you started?
Everything. I come from what they call a trap. Yeah.
Trap.
And it's really a trap. That's why they call it a trap. Yeah. Like, you be trapped and you don't know a lot of stuff. You know what goes on inside the trap. So in these 4 years, I've been outside the trap, and now I'm in the world. So it's like if I knew any of this a long time ago, I could go a whole lot of routes. Like, so everything.
Lil Baby, thank you for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me.
Lil Baby.
That's our conversation. Our thanks to Lil Baby for showing us all around his studio. This is where we were walking through. He showed us where he makes some of that music we just discussed, some of the plaques and the art on the walls from fans, painting of his kids. You know, we tackled a lot, and there's more than just those highlights that we debuted tonight. So I want you to know that later tonight, and once the beat is over, you can find the entire full exclusive interview on YouTube. Just search Melber and Lil Baby on YouTube later this evening or tomorrow when you have a chance if you want to see the whole thing. We're also going to continue the conversation we've had about protest music. I mentioned BLM. If you haven't heard the bigger picture, check it out. You can always tell us what you think your favorite protest song is at Ari Melber on social media. Now, that does it for me. Tonight, I want to tell you about a heck of a lineup, though, on MSNBC. Dr. Fauci is up next on The Readout. NIH Director Dr. Collins is on All In. And former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder